when I started going out more, like on, you know, like in the second ward, like Edo, whatever you want to fucking call it.
The one thing I'll say,
I've seen a lot, like even when I was driving here yesterday, like down on Melby, there's like 2 places that I was like, dude, I should
there's
just
Night
go
Shift
out.
over there, which I don't know if they're still going through it, but then there's How to Survive, and then there's Voodoo Queen and White Rhino, and then there's Moon Towers for further out that way. There's plenty of places on this side where you can go.
Have you ever been to How to Survive with us? Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't think you went that one time.
Okay. No, I think her and I were just out together one day. We started there.
It was like one of the first times we went out after the pandemic or during the pandemic or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just started out there. It was nice. I feel like that's a very like, I want to go out for like a couple drinks on a date or something. Like,
I feel like that's a good place to have like girls' night.
Yes, that would be a good place to have
like
girls' night.
You know, just to like, because the vibe is nice. But even then,
I don't know, because in my head, I'm like, my friends and I are loud, and like that place is real quiet.
I guess so.
Wait, we're still talking about How to Survive?
Yeah, How to Survive.
I also think it's a great place for a date that's going well, like a first date that's going well.
Yeah,
because like. Because it's so quiet and chill,
really
like if
into
y'all
each
are
other.
vibing, obviously, like if y'all aren't vibing and stuff, you don't want to be somewhere quiet. Like you want to be somewhere that's
But if you're vibing,
that's a great place.
It's super chill, super quiet, and y'all can get some wine. You can feel yourself.
That's what I'm
wine always
saying.
makes
Like,
you feel yourself. You know?
Yo, shout out to Houston for having such a diverse. Like you can get into anything. I really believe this. I mean, even when we were in New York, we were trying to get into like every single. I was literally about
to fucking say, whenever I went to New York, people would be like, "But what is there to do in Houston?" I'm like, so fucking much. Right. Are you joking?
And I would even argue that Houston is the only place that I've know that any day of the week you can get litty as fuck.
Okay, to be fair, when we went to New York is also like more strict when it came to COVID and everything. Where here, so when we went, we were like just coming out of COVID times. So and I was really kind of annoyed that like that was my first time going to New York because I was so ready for like the city that never sleeps and everything was still closed. But it was funny because like we're coming from Texas and we're used to being around all these Republicans that are like, oh yeah, no, we can open everything back up. So we're like, oh yeah, everything's getting back to normal. Like it'll be good to go up to New York, and we go up there and there's still so many restrictions on all of it.
I will tell you though that even before the pandemic, even when I used to go party there,
for them. It's that their nightlife, like it's really fucking hard to get into it.
It's because there's like little pockets. There's some places where you can go. There's dive bars or whatever. But like in the same way where like you can get litty as a normal person. Yeah. I'm not talking about like exclusivity in New York where like you're a socialite or whether you're like a celebrity and like there's these places that only let in celebrities that are like, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about that. In that case, New York you can get litty in New York every day. Right. But like if you're just a regular ass person,
it's fucking hard.
You got a 9 to 5 and you just like whatever, like Houston kicks ass. Yeah. Because
the fact that we were talking about Blur, because we used to,
oh my god,
like I loved Blur so much when I was like 18
here.
And stuff. But the fact that they had like, what was it, Thursday nights were what?
Blur's days,
throwbacks, and then on Sundays they had the like Latin music playing all the time. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like
Blur was like the first place that I started to go out in Houston. Like I still lived in Katy whenever I started going to Blur, and that was like my treat for the fucking week. You know what I mean? Like I was still underage. I don't even know how the fuck I got drinks whenever I went. I don't.
Oh, I mean, because that place was so packed shoulder to fucking shoulder that like anybody, if you go and buy a drink, they're not gonna be able to see who you're getting.
No fucking way. It was disgusting. Like that place is filthy because we would be there until the end, like until they were closed and they would turn on the lights and you would look around and you would be like, you should have kept the lights off.
What I loved, we would go after we would perform. So we would have performances on the weekend and like it would be like Friday and we would finish a performance and we would be like tired, but we're like, we're going to fucking rally and go out and like go to Blur. And we would get there like as soon as they opened basically. And of course it was like dead when they first opened, but we loved it because we would dance and like have the whole floor and be like fucking it up and doing like stupid ass dance moves and stuff. And then it would get to the point that it was fully packed and we were just there like vibing at that point, hella drunk, like it was
I don't think I have ever gone to Blur and it wasn't fucking packed. Yeah. Like, and I mean packed to the fucking rim.
It's been
even outside, like you will go outside to get like
Montrose
some air.
is popping.
bitch. Montrose
like
is
Montrose
poppin'.
pops off. Yeah, like, and I sincerely believe that nobody does brunch the way Houston does brunch.
No way.
Like y'all
no
cannot.
Fucking way. Even now, I just got out from work and I was driving here, and I was driving. I work in Montrose, and I was driving all the way like through like to get here, and like everybody was still at brunch, and I was like, man.
Nobody fucks it up like we do when it comes to brunch.
They were out in, I think it was in Dallas. The video came out of like these girls. They were out at brunch, like drinking and stuff. And one of the girls, like they were putting on like a fucking twerking song that's like. So this girl stands up and she starts like dancing to it and twerking, and like the waiter comes over and he's like, "Ma'am, this is not that kind of place," and like stops her and stuff. And Houston was like, "Come here, baby, come down here."
We roasted.
Have you gone down Alameda on a Sunday, bitch? Like
we roasted Dallas so hard.
Yeah. I had to double check that was Dallas that happened.
The Twitter sphere. No, it was Dallas because the Twitter sphere started like Houston versus Dallas again, and the Twitter sphere was all like Houston would never tell you that. Never.
Are you kidding?
And they were like, we will accept you. We
open arms, honey.
We are what's that immigration term? We're a safe haven city or whatever.
Oh fuck, what is it? I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about. Immigrants unite.
So like Houston Houston would never. Y'all can't brunch like we do.
No way.
We could get litty as a normal ass person. You can get lit every day of the fucking week in one or two parts of the city. This man, Houston really fucks it up, and I like the feel of Austin, but I still think that Houston kills it.